Right now, the Steam Deck is one of the, if not the most popular handheld devices. A lot of this comes down to the software. It's a unique Linux-based OS that's very console-like, and for strictly gaming, people of course prefer this to a generic Windows operating system. But in terms of the hardware, there is a specific advantage the Steam Deck has over every other handheld device, and that edge is the OLED display technology. The resolution here is nothing special, 1280 by 800. Even the refresh rate is kind of below average at 90, but even so, the OLED panel completely makes up for this, and it's just a beautiful display, and it's clearly a huge selling point of the Steam Deck. And we are seeing more devices with OLED panels, from laptops, phones, iPads, monitors, but we haven't yet seen this in other gaming handhelds. Big names like the Ally X still use IPS panels. Now, these screens are still good in other aspects with their resolution, their high refresh rates, but a lot of people are still waiting for a handheld that combines an OLED panel with high resolution and fast refresh rates. And it looks like Zotac, of all companies, is trying to make this a reality with their first ever handheld device. Here's the device, it's on pre-order, and physically they opted for what's becoming the standard kind of handheld design with the Joy-Cons flanking either side of the display. I do want to point out that below the Hall effect sticks on both sides we have touchpads. This makes menu navigation a lot easier, and we saw this previously on the Legion Go, but many devices opt to not have this feature, but I'm glad to see it on this device. For power, this is a top performer. It's equipped with the latest Ryzen 8840U processor with the 780M iGPU. For context, that's the same as the more popular, more well-known Z1 Extreme chip, and that can play games like Battlefield 1, high 1080p settings at 70 FPS. But I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't wait a little bit longer and include the newly announced AI 300 line from AMD. These chips have the next generation iGPU, the 890M. This is based off of the Zen 5 architecture, and early indications point to roughly a 15% boost in graphical performance. So it definitely would have been nice to see that new chip in this new device, because the 890M would definitely take better advantage of this screen, which is one of the main selling points. And to touch more on this, it comes in at 7 inches, 1920 by 1080p resolution, which is a pretty good pixel density at this size. And it's also matched with a 120Hz refresh rate. But the main selling point here is the AMOLED panel. That alone makes the display way nicer than most other handhelds that are still using IPS technology. And it's finally giving the Steam Deck some real competition here. So altogether, the 1080p resolution, the 120Hz refresh rate, and the AMOLED panel possibly gives this handheld the best display on the market in this category. The other specifications, such as the RAM, storage, battery, are middle of the pack, 16 gigabytes, 512 respectively, with a 48.5 watt-hour battery capacity. It runs Windows 11 and costs a cool $799. All in all, I like this device. There really isn't any glaring flaw or deal breaker. Yes, the ROG Ally X offers a bigger battery, more RAM, but it's not by that much, and I would argue that the AMOLED panel will have a much bigger and more noticeable impact while gaming than having 8 extra gigabytes of RAM. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll leave a link to this product below the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.